Do you have a friend you trust blindly? Someone who knows your deepest secrets? Do you believe that your trusted friend is your real friend? Is it really worth blindly trusting someone? What if your friend becomes the reason for your downfall? What if your friend has planned your downfall? What if the person you trust the most is the one who could cause your ultimate downfall? The second law of power from Robert Greene's book, The 48 Laws of Power, says, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Let us go back in time and listen to a tale of friendship, betrayal, and power. Julius Caesar was a powerful Roman general and statesman who played a critical role in the events that led to the demise of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Among his closest friends was Marcus Junius Brutus, a Roman politician and a descendant of a distinguished family. Caesar trusted Brutus deeply, overlooking his connections to Caesar's enemies. As Caesar's power grew, so did the fear and envy among the Roman senators. They whispered in the shadows, plotting against the very man they once revered. They feared that Caesar's ambition would dismantle the Republic and establish him as a monarch. Led by the cunning Cassius, the senators saw Brutus as the key to their plan. They understood that Brutus's involvement would lend credibility to their cause. Cassius and his fellow conspirators began to manipulate Brutus, playing on his love for Rome and his fear of Caesar's potential tyranny. They persuaded Brutus that assassinating Caesar was a necessary sacrifice for the greater good of Rome. Brutus, torn between his loyalty to Caesar and his perceived duty to Rome, ultimately decided to join the conspiracy. On the Ides of March 44 BC, the conspirators executed their plan. As Caesar entered the Senate, he was surrounded by men he considered friends and allies, including Brutus. In a chilling, coordinated attack, they drew their daggers and struck Caesar down. Caesar's last words, "Et tu, Brute," reflect his profound shock and heartbreak at being betrayed by someone he considered a friend. The assassination threw Rome into chaos, leading to a civil war that ultimately resulted in the fall of the Republic. The very outcome Brutus sought to prevent became a reality, and both he and the other conspirators met tragic ends. This historical event highlights the dangers of placing too much trust in friends and the unpredictable nature of human loyalties. So what does the second law of power, never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies, really mean? Friends can be valuable allies, but their loyalty can waver and their interests can shift. Friends motivated by personal gain or external pressures can betray us when we least expect it. Enemies, on the other hand, are often more straightforward. Their motives are clear and their actions more predictable. By understanding and managing your enemies, you can turn potential threats into valuable assets. Now, how can you apply the law in your life? 1. Assess your relationships. Take a closer look at your friendships and relationships. Understand that while friendships are valuable, people's interests and loyalties can change. Be mindful of how much trust you place in each person. Regularly evaluate your relationships to ensure they remain healthy and beneficial. 2. Maintain boundaries. Keep a healthy distance in relationships. This doesn't mean being distrustful, but rather maintaining a balance between trust and caution. Avoid putting yourself in vulnerable positions where a friend's betrayal could have severe consequences. Set clear boundaries to protect yourself and your interests. 3. Understand your enemies. Identify individuals who might be considered your enemies or competitors. Understand their motivations and strategies. By knowing what drives them, you can find ways to turn these relationships into mutually beneficial ones. Engage with your enemies to uncover common ground and potential alliances. 4. Leverage rivalries. Use rivalries to your advantage. Competitors can push you to perform better and can also be sources of valuable information or resources. By finding common ground, you can turn rivals into strategic allies. Embrace healthy competition as a means of growth and improvement. 5. Diversify your support network. Don't rely solely on a single group of friends or allies. Build a diverse network of supporters, including those who may not be your closest friends. This reduces the risk of betrayal and ensures you have multiple sources of support. Cultivate relationships across different circles to create a robust support system. By applying these principles, you can navigate power dynamics more effectively and build stronger, more secure relationships. Remember, trust is a valuable commodity, but it should be given wisely. Be vigilant, adaptable, and strategic in your interactions to ensure you remain in control of your own.